punach, punach. Let us start with mantra. Om Vang me manasi pratisthita mano me vachi pratishthitam aviravirma edhi Vedasyama anisthaha shrutam me ma prahasihi anena dhitena horatran samdadhami ritam vadishyami satyam vadishyami tanmamavatu tadvaktaramavatu avatu mam Avatu Vaktaram, Avatu Vaktaram, Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. So here it is. Punah Punah Jayamana Purani Samanam Varnam Abhishumbhamana Shvaganiva Krutnu Vija Aminana Martasya Devi Jarayanti Ayu. We read this. Again and again is she born, she, the ancient goddess, and she, glorious one, equal form, glorifies one equal form. She, as the slayer and cleaver of the animal, diminishes its strength and, in her deity, wears away the being of the mortal. Huh. Um, she is being born again and again, the ancient one shining with the same color all around. As if a hunter cutting the birds down, the goddess wears down the life of mortal. Let us go into number 11. Vi urvati, vi urnvati, divo antan abodhi, apasvasaram sanutah yuyoti, praminati manushya yugani, yosha jarasya, chakshasa vibhati. She has awakened, opening wide the very ends of heaven, and continually she pushes away her sister night, diminishing our mortal periods. Interesting, diminishing our mortal periods. Paramor of the sun, the beloved of the sun, she has her light from her lover's eye of vision. By the way, Urnoti, if our Sanskrit students are here, Urnoti is exactly the fifth class. Vi Urnavati, she is revealing or opening up. Yes, Divachantan, the ends of the divas, of the heaven. Abodhi, she is awakened. She has awakened, opening wide the very ends of heaven. Apasvasaram sanutah yuyoti. And continuously, sanutah is the Vedic word avyayam, indeclinable. Continually she pushes away her sister, yuyoti, apa yuyoti, literally separating away svasaram, sister. Her sister night, though the night is not mentioned in the text. Diminishing our mortal periods, praminati manushya yugani. Manushyani yugani, interesting word. Manushya is an adjective to yugas. So human Yugas, human periods of time, praminati, she diminishes forward. Yosha Jarasya, she's the Yosha, she's the wife, from root yu, actually, of the sun. Chakshasa Vibhati, she is shining with his chakshas, with his eye, or with his with lover's eye of vision, Shibindapus. Because chakshas and chakshu, these two words, can be used as the eye and as the vision, both. Or the eye of vision, Shibinda combines both. Yeah? Disclosing the borders of heaven, she has awakened, leading away her sister night, decreasing the age of man. The lady shines with wide with the eye of the beloved sun. So her light is the supramental light, yes? It is that transcendental light of the sun, who is actually her faculty, or her son, Aditya, yeah? Or the sun, Surya or Aditya, is her son of Aditi. But she is shining here, she is breaking into this lower hemisphere, she comes to us, yeah? And brings that transcendental light. She shines with the light of her beloved son. Now he is beloved, he is Jara. He's no more. He's no more her son, but he is a beloved now. This was mainly confusing these Vedic scholars in the West, that she was his mother and now she is his wife. Yeah? And how is that to be reconciled? But that is nothing but confusion, because the transcendental relations are different from these relations in manifestation. Yeah? Here she comes to Agni, who will become her husband, yeah? Who is growing here as her child. And that is very much confusing for the mind of the Western scholars, because their relations, family relations, are fixed in their mind. But here they are used as indicators of relations rather than, something else. They carry their free meaning of relations. Makes sense. If you have any questions, you can always interrupt. You know that. Yeah? Otherwise, I go forward. Pashunna chitra subhaga prathana sindhurna kshota orviya vi ashvait. Aminati daiviyani vratani suryasya cheti rashmibhih drishana. Varied in light and richly enjoying, it is as if she widens her animal powers, and wide she distance like a sea that breaks its way, and she limits not our divine activities when she is seen in our perceptions by the rays of the sun of illumination. It's a mouthful. We have to go slowly. At the end, we do not know who relates to who and how. Yes, there are too many relations. Varied in life, in light. This is Chitra. Sri Aurobindo follows the common translation of Chitra as varied, of varied light. It is from root Chi, actually, consciousness. Yeah? Chitra means luminous in consciousness. But in the later usage of this word, it is used as picture or many-colored, or many colorful picture, yes, with many colors. And it could be that it relates to the overmental realm altogether, because this is the level where the Divine Mother is Prishni, many-colored, and Chitra is this luminosity of consciousness which entered into the lower hemisphere and mixed and has hues of light of consciousness. Yeah? So varied in life and richly enjoying Subhaga. It is she, Chitra Subhaga. Yeah? It is as if she widens her animal power. Pashun na. This na in Vedic language is always eva in classical, yeah? As if the Pashus, she, luminous and perfect, richly enjoying, pratana, widens, spreads, sindhurna, as if the ocean, yeah? Wide, she, distance like a sea, Kshoda or via Schweit. So distance like the sea that breaks its way and she limits not. Aminati Daiviani Vratani. She limits not our divine activities. You remember in the previous, she was limiting Praminati Manushya Yugani. She limits the mortals or the human um, times for manifestation. Yugani. And here, Aminati Daivyani Vratani. Interesting, kind of. She's not diminishing the, she limits not our divine activities. Vratani, he translates as activities, our divine vows, our divine sacred engagements with manifestation. She's not diminishing. But she's diminishing the Manushya Yugani, the time for the human embodiment.
Radimaji, this 092 is also translated by Nolinida.
Okay,
Yeah, he has got in the Nolinida's complete works. It is there. Or
okay, this is,
092 complete is there.
oh,
I can read this 12th one.
okay, please.
Lo, the luminous goddess of delight, spreading out like herd of kine, like a river, she extends herself wide over lowlands. She never impairs the divine walks. She awakes and becomes visible with the rays of the sun.
Yes, it is actually better, truly speaking, in one regard, that Prathana Pashunna, as if the cattle she spreads in the morning, yeah? Because this will be her herds, the herds of the dawn or the herds of the sun. This is constant image. So Pashunna Prathana, not like Shabindra translates, widens her animal power. Yeah. And it is his kind of translations which were never published. We took it because it was suggested by Amlan. Amlan is guilty now, so looking. Uh, So we took it anyhow. But this idea I like more, prathana pashuna prathana, yes, spreading as if pashu is very mysterious word in the Veda, yes. Pashu is the consciousness involved in matter, perception. Pashyati from here root, yeah, seeing. Seeing means that consciousness is embodied. So as if spreading the embodied consciousness, as it were, yes. So she's charging everyone with the perception of the seeing. We can add to it. But spreading her herds is a great idea, like the sea, Sindhurna, Kshoda, the wave, yeah? Urvia vi Ashvait, she vastly extends, you know, her light. Aminati Devyani Vratani, not diminishing the divine actions of man. Suryasya cheti rashmibhi drishana. When she's seen, drishana. or Cheti, most probably, in our perceptions seen by the rays of the sun of illumination. Here it's interesting, you see Drishana, to my Sanskrit, if they are here, Sanskrit, yes. This is the usage, what I was saying, that passive voice usage of the middle participles and middle voice in the Veda, very common. Rashmi Bhigdrishana. This is actually the middle voice participle. Yeah? But it is used as a passive voice, seen by this, by the race. I see Angelo is joining us. Hi, Angelo. Nice to see you.
Hi, yes, thank you.
Yes. After a long time. How are you doing? Good there?
I'm doing good, yes.
Great. Yes. And Margosia is joining us also. You can see. Right. So this characteristic of her diminishing the human activities or spreading in time and space, yugani, that those kind of bodies of time and space of humans, and not diminishing the actions of the divine actions in humans, is kind of, if you put them together, we will see what she really does. She removes everything which obstructs or which is only instrumental for the embodiment of the spirit, and not removing but activating the daivya, uh, daivyani vratani, yes, of the divine activities in man. That is her purpose, her characteristic. Spreading them like cattle. I'm translating the same way. Like cattle perceiving, I'm adding perceiving, and embodying consciousness beings. Hmm. This is a long sentence for one word, pashun. That is my translation of pashun. Spreading, yeah, spreading, pradhana. Them like cattle perceiving and embodying consciousness beings. Quite a mouthful. Bright and blissful, chitra, subhaga, shining white like the ocean, sindhurna urviya, vyaushna ashvait. Never diminishing the divine laws. Aminati Daiviyani Vratani, she is perceived, acheti, this is aorist passive voice, as that of the sun visible with his rays. Rashmi Bhi Drishana. I'm saying this kind of a little grammatical translation for the students of Sanskrit. So you bear with me.
Vladimir, that
Yeah.
Shwit seems kind of like a rare thing, but it means to be bright or to be white. You said shining.
Yes. Right.
I think I think Sri Aurobindo is saying something. He distends, like yeah, that doesn't. He's not
Vi
translating the
Ashvait.
shine or be white or be
It is
bright.
used many times in this hymn. Uh, I think it is Shvi root, yeah, to swell. Also from here we have Shveta and all other forms, yes. So it can be like swelling with brightness, if you will. Let me check totally the. It's a rare word.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the Monier Williams where it says Shwit, but that could be Shwi, I guess. It says Shwit, aorist, Ashwait,
Uh-huh.
be bright or white.
Swell much, yes, or something. Right. Also be bright. Yeah. From here, Shvetas most probably swollen as in brightness, because you can't be swollen in darkness. Most probably that is the original association. When you emit light, you emit something, it is not darkness you emit, you always emit light. You're becoming brighter when you extend or swell, rather than opposite. When you're darkening, you're always shrinking, as it were. And from here, tamas, darkness, and also, yes, in the sense of tamyati. Remember tamyati, becoming sad. Sad means becoming darkened, shrinking. Yeah, we are dealing with original language. We need to really dive in deeper into the etymological meanings of the roots, because the rishis were using it extensively, this knowledge. It's not built on the assignment of each word to a particular meaning and that's it. It's not this type. It's much vaster because it covers more meanings. All right. And then we are coming to number 13 and then we change to another meter. Ushastat chitram a bhara asmabhyam vajanivati yenato kamcha tanayamcha dhamahe. O dawn, with thy energy of plenty, bring to us that varied richness whereby we can found our creation and our extending. Tanayam Tokam. Interesting, these two, Tokam cha, Tanayam cha, are constant phrase in the Veda. And they always go together. Yes? Tokam is small one, Tanayam extension. Tokam is like a drop, very small, or the seed even can be translated. That's why he translates, we can found our creation and our extending. Sri Aurobindo actually translates the roots rather than the words. It's amazing. I should add here the vocabulary. I didn't do my homework for this.
Nuridida translates it like this: bearing the plenitudes, O dawn, bring to us that brilliant riches by which we shall sustain our begetting and our progeny.
Right. Yeah, this is a traditional translation. Toka is offspring or the children or child, yeah, and Tanaya is grandchildren, yeah, so to say, that which follows after this. So the first we have to get the children, and then they will get children, Tanaya, in time spreading the race. But here is amazing, a new translation. We can found our creation and our extending. So he's not going into progeny here. He speaks about Tokam in general, not only children, but also any other creation what we are here doing, is that Tokam. And Tanayam is extending of this or growing in the future of those elements which we created. By the way, it's many times translated in the same way. Progeny is translated, he translates it as praja, as the offspring of our works. Yeah, he puts even this, of our works, yeah? Not offspring of our, how to say, generation of children only. Children of our works. Yeah, that's what his term he's using. O dawn, powerful mistress, bring to us that luminous perception by which we may support our offspring. I'm just nothing new adding.
Vladimir, can you tell us the source? Where are you finding Sri Aurobindo's translation of these later verses? Because I'm on the site rigveda.org, theveda.org.in, which is where I usually find his translations, or in Hymns to the Mystic Fire, or The Secret of the Veda. But I can't find these last verses anywhere. What's another source?
Yes,
It is in the incarnate word is there. I have forwarded this hymn of Noridida's translation, Hymn to Dawn, Rigveda Mandala 1, Sukta 92. It's, his complete works is there in incarnate word, Noridida's.
yeah, well, Nolini, yes, I didn't see,
Yeah,
but
but
if
I'm
you
talking
ask
about Sri
about Sri
Aurobindo.
Aurobindo,
Yeah.
it is from this new edition of the volume of this philological, yes, and
Yeah, I have that. I mean, I
That,
have that online. It's in there?
yes, it is there. That's
Okay,
what
thank you.
actually, yes, Amlan told me, and I just missed it. And so I was very happy to restart this hymn with Sri Aurobindo notes. It
Thank
was
you.
never published. Yes, it was in his archival notes, but we pulled them out anyhow. So he may not even, approved these things. He might have thought that it is not ready for translation, for publication. But we anyhow we use it. So it's interesting to see how he thought about these terms. All right. Vajinivati. It is her typical epithet. She's always Vajinivati, the possessor or the lady of the mares, of the divine mares. Yes. Bhara asmabhyam, O Vajinivati, O you who is loaded with the herds of the horses, Vajini, Vati. Usho Adyeha Gomati. Now she's Gomati, was Ashvavati, Ashvavati, Vibhavari. These are all um, these are all vocatives. Revatasme Viucha Sundaritavati. Usha Adya Iha Gomati. Today, Adya or now, and Iha, and here now, and now, O Usha Gomati, you who here and today, Shabindra translates, or dawn of the radiant herds, dawn of the forceful steeds, Ashvavati, dawn of the wide illumination, Vibhavari, shine out upon us with ecstasy. O Lady of the Truths. Sometimes he says Sundaratavati as the Lady of the Happy Truths. Shine unto us, Asme, Viucha, Revat. Revat, he translates with ecstasy. It's from Reich, Reerut, like luminous wealth. Yeah? Or Shabindra always associates luminosity of wealth with ecstasy and bliss. O dawn, here, today, the radiant one, the mistress of the knowledge and power, mistress of the knowledge and power, Gomati Ashvavati. Yeah, Go is knowledge, Ashva is power. Illumine within us this shining wealth. Revadasme, in us. It's a locative case. In us, illumine vi Ucha Sundaritavati, or mistress of the happy truths. I'm following Sri Aurobindo's translation from before. You want to read Nalini's, Vasudev?
Yes, this is 14.
Yeah.
O dawn, break forth for us here today with thy light and energy and lustre and joy and the blissful truth.
Yeah.
O dawn, break forth for us here today with thy light and energy and lustre and joy and the blissful truth.
Right. Great. Then number 15. Yukshva hi Vajinivati Ashvan Adyarunan Usha Athono Vishva Saubhagani Avaha. Athona Vishva Saubhagani Avaha. O dawn, energy of the plenty, yoke today thy steeds, O red, of red activity, Arunan, your steeds. Then bring to us all enjoyable things. So here, energy of the plenty, he gives the name to the Vajinivati, yes? Or Vajinivati, it puts it Odon, energy of the plenty. Interesting. It's one word, Vajinivati, Odon, because it's vocative case, or Don, who is the energy of the plenty, Vajas. Vajini is also mare, and Vajas is the plenitude, as it translates it elsewhere. Fullness of the spiritual fulfillment, where power and knowledge go together, where knowledge is charging power with its presence, and that becomes plenitude, fullness. So she is the energy of that plenitude. Yukshvahi, yoke now. Adya, Ashwan, Arunan, the red steeds, Odon, Ushach, Atano Vishwasau Bhagani Avaha, and then bring to us all the enjoyments of the spirit. So, first of all, yoke your horses, yes, your red horses, swiftnesses of consciousness, and bring to us all we deserve here as spiritual beings. Today, O dawn, yoke, O powerful maiden, the red horses' powers together, and then bring to us all the enjoyments. Literally, saubhagani, perfect enjoyments, not just enjoyments. Yeah?
Here is O Dawn, goddess of plenitude, yoke the luminous life forces and bring to us all the felicities, perfect enjoyings.
He adds perfect. Very good. Great. Thank you. And then number 16, we have only a few more left. Maybe we'll finish him today because these are short verses and they're just ecstatic exclamations. We're coming to the Ashwins. Now with the dawn we are over, yeah? And there are 3 verses to Ashwins, or two verses. Ashvina Vartich Asmada Gomat Dasra Hiranyavat Arvak Ratham Arvagratham Samanasa Niyachatam. I never actually looked into these verses. Ashvina Vartich Asmada Gomad Dasra Hiranyavat Arvakratham Samanasani Yachatam. Ye, O bounteous Ashwins, drivers of the steeds. This is Ashvinas, it's the name for them. With one mind, direct your downward car. Samanasa, yeah? Arvakaratham, downward car, along the path of the luminous rays. Vartikomad, the path of the golden light, Hiranyavat. Niyachatam, literally Niyachatam, arrange. He translates drive, yeah, down. Niyachatam, literally give down or fashion down. It's a yam root, yes, which has a meaning also to give. Direct, with one mind, samanasa, arvakratham, the ratha which moves downward because it descends, it brings the light from above. Niyachatam, give down. I don't have my translation, but I have, because I never translated these. I never included them, and then at the end I decided to include the last two Ashwins. But Griffith says, you have it, the translation, Vasudev? Better you read.
Yes, yes. O Ashwins, you are luminous workers of golden hue and of one mind. Turn your moving chariots downward towards our habitations.
Uh-huh.
O Ashwins, you are luminous workers of golden hue and of one mind. Turn your moving chariots downward towards our habitations.
Yes, dasra word. Yes, workers, skillful workers. It is constantly repeated of Ashwins. Yes, they can do the work. Shirbindo or bouncers of Ashwins, drivers of the steeds, with one mind. He kind of downward car along the path of the luminous rays, the path of the golden light. Somehow he doesn't translate Dasrai. Skipped.
Vladimir, what is the word for downward?
Arvak, Rotham. It's, you see, Arvak is downward. In
So isn't that
Niyachatam.
another? Is it that another name for horses? I'm not sure.
Actually, it is Arvach, should be.
Sir,
Arvanch.
could Dasra be translated as luminous rays?
Say it again.
Sir, could Dasra be translated by as luminous rays by Sri Aurobindo, path of the luminous rays?
Path is Varti, yes. Asmat. Dasra is usually a skillful ones. Yes, Arvanch we have here, coming hitherward, or coming to meet anyone, or downwards, yeah, turned downwards. This is the, so Arvak Ratham is one word which means turned, whose Ratha is turned downward. Yes. Niyachatam. Turn your Ratha. It is actually Tatpurusha. And turn your Ratha downward Ratha turned. Niyachatam. Arrange it down. Ni is also down, downward or inward. Yeah? Usually downward. So two words, Arvang and Ni, point from above downward. Dasra is only skillful, I know. Do you know any other meaning, Angela?
No, like workers or
Yes.
skillful. I mean, something like Indra,
Yeah.
Dasra. So yeah, I think he's saying drivers here.
Accomplishing wonderful deeds, dictionary gives,
Yeah.
giving marvelous aid, chiefly said of the Ashwins. Yeah, that's what I remember. So Ashwins always Dasras. And Shibindo has the whole article on this. Daksha, Dasra. He explains what it means. It's actually activity, action, and skillful action.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, and the last one, and we will stop here. Yao Itha Shlokam Adivach Jyotirjanaya Chakrathuh Ana Ujam Vahatam Ashvinayuvam. Ye who have made for the creature the light of heaven thus a splendor, carry forth to us, O ye, O Ashwins. Ashwins, as you know, they carry the dawn, or Surya even in the marriage hymn, they carry the Surya, the bride, yes, to Soma, the bridegroom, in their chariot. They are those who are arranging the marriage. It is with Ashwins that the dawn comes. It is by Ashwins that she arrives to us. So they have to be mentioned somewhere. The drivers of her chariot. There is also very beautiful mentioning of them in the Shunakshepa story of Aitareya Brahmana, where Shunakshepa, when he was sacrificed, he had to choose two paths. One path through Agni to Mitra and Varuna and so on to the Surya, and the other path was chosen by him again through Agni. Again, he starts with Agni, moves to Indra, and from Indra to Ashwins, and from Ashwins to Usha. And when he reaches Usha, he was delivered from all this. He was freed from the being sacrificed. This is interesting. Only the Divine Mother could free him from this bondage. And that is something to think of. Ashwins are leading him to Usha. It is only through Ashwins you can come to the dawn. So these mysterious Ashwins are still here in the ancient text. Okay, I will stop here. Sorry for not being ready for these two last verses, but
There is one more 18th. 18
is it?
there because translation is there.
Okay,
18.
sorry, I've missed. 18. Yeah, it's here. Let me read it. Ehadeva Mayobhuva Dasra again Dasra Irania Vartini. Interesting. Repeated to Ashwins. Ushar Buddho Vahanto Soma Pitaye. Twin bounteous gods with your luminous movements who create the bliss. Mayobhuva, that is them, Dasra, you may those steeds that are awakened by the dawn bring to the drinking of the wine of bliss. Who are the steeds who are awakened by the dawn? Ushar Buddhach, awakened by the dawn. He says that they are steeds. There are no steeds here, yes, but he adds steeds. This is something to think of.
Here the original the translation is, may the wakers in the dawn bring here for drinking the Soma wine, the twin gods who create delight, who do the walk and follow the golden path.
Can you read once more?
May the wakers in the dawn bring here for drinking the Soma wine, the twin gods who create delight, who do the work and follow the golden path.
Yeah, Hiranyavartini, follow the golden path, do the work Dasra, Mayobhuva.
Twin gods
Twin gods, yes.
who create the delight, who
Yeah,
do the
Mayobhuva.
work and follow the golden path.
Right, it's one word by word, yes. Deva, Mayobhuva, Dasra, Hiranyavartini. 4 words, yes. Aiha, here, bring, yeah. All right. I'm just wondering why those steeds that are awakened by the dawn, may those steeds. Vahanto. Maybe this is what he thinks, yes? Awakened, they should carry, or should flow, should
What
swing.
is Mayobhova?
Creating bliss. Mayas is bliss. It's also constant repeated of the gods. Mayobhuvah. Mayobhu. Plural. Oh, here dual. Mayobhuva. This is Vedic dual. Deva, Mayobhuva, Dasra, Longa. Not Au, but A. I was
What is
thinking,
what is Vartani? Vartani.
path,
Okay.
vartate, rotating actually, from root vrit to rotate, roll. Yeah? Hiranyavartini. Luminous movements. Yeah? Here he translates. With your luminous movements, Hiranya. Oh, yes, with your luminous golden paths, if you will. All right, I will stop now here. And if you have something to add or to discuss, please. We finished this long hymn, a difficult one, very ancient and beautiful at the same time. One, Gautama Rahugana. I love his hymns to Agni. They are very direct, simple, and very clear. You don't need even the dictionary for this. Even here, the language is quite transparent.
The color changed from red to golden, I noticed. Initially, it was dealing with red, then it became Hiranya, golden things
Yeah,
towards the Ashwins.
intensifying them. Ashwins are very mysterious. Nobody really, truly speaking, knows what Ashwins are. They do not fit into any picture, but we studied the hymns to Ashwins, all of the hymns to Ashwins. There are quite a number of them in Indian Psychology Institute for 1.5 years. So we went through all of them, Ashwins, just to understand what they are. And they are these powers which bring the supramental energy into action in the vital. On the one side, it reaches to the physical. On the other, it is charging with consciousness the mental. So they are kind of, it's a double force, yes? On one side, one part of it is a power, and the other part is knowledge, consciousness. Consciousness, power interacting into the vital, because vital is nothing but this consciousness power in the manifestation. Yes, you remember that Sat is Sat becomes Annam, matter, but consciousness power becomes prana. This prana is always dual. There is a split between power and consciousness, and that split, that mismatch, creates this energy or field of energy, duality, which prana represents. Prana is that energizing field, yeah, of energy, mismatch between consciousness and power. Power is always delayed, or consciousness is always delayed. Our intentions are always delayed in action. This delay is time and space. And that time and space delay is actually the field of prana. So when they interject into this field of prana, they come both. What they do, they make a match. And this is something interesting. They match them. And when they match them, that is the healers. They heal everything. Because if the consciousness is not delayed from the action of power, it is immediately effective, on the body and on the mind, on everything. So they are representatives of that supramental match of consciousness and power. This is what we came to conclude after studies of the Ashwins. I'm just giving you the final conclusion, what they are, because it's very strange to have them. They are nowhere afterwards mentioned really as separate gods. Very mysterious. Nobody knows what they do. Yes, they are healers. They saved Bhuju from drowning into the infinite ocean, and so on. They did some deeds. They cured some rishis. They even gave some limbs, artificial limbs to the rishis. Like to one, they gave this iron foot or something. So they did many things. But it is so mysteriously clouded that we never know what they really represent in this, vision of the Veda, metaphysical vision. But so that's what we concluded, that they had those powers. And if you look at Nakula and Sahadeva in Mahabharata, who are the children of Ashwins, you will see exactly those powers. Now, Sahadeva is very powerful, and Nakula is very wise and powerful twins.
So, in fact, I was thinking about the first chapter of the Gita where they mention the names of the conches, and one of them is Mani Pushpaka and one of them is Sughosha for the sons of the Ashwins. So, it corresponds totally to what you were saying right now, that one is that mental and the other is the I was confused at the time because when I came upon Yudhishthira's conch, which is Ananta Vijayam, immediately Yama's role becomes clear that the path that he has set up is the path of never-ending progress, always renewed victories. But we just had this.
Yes, these conches are actually very significant for the characteristics of the deities who are using them, yes, or the characters. It's amazing. Ananta Vijaya, such a beautiful name for the conches. And yes, right. Any other thought?
What was the point, Amlan, about Yudhishthir? Sorry, I didn't quite catch that. What was that you just said?
No, at that time, I think I was Vladimir was doing the hymns to Yama, and I was not being able to get my head around it.
Hmm.
And I was also studying the first chapter of the Gita, and I just suddenly had this flash when I read this verse where all of the conches are described. So Krishna's is Panchajanya, the protector of the people. His sound is that. Arjuna is Devadattam. It is clear that it is given by the gods. It is Indra's sound. Uh,
Hmm.
Bhima is Poundra. It was I made a huge leap. I felt that it was not a divine conch. It is mentioned separately, and I felt that it is that sound of that vitality. I don't know. I don't know. I was confused about that. And Yama was very clear because Yudhishthira sound is Ananta Vijayam, and at that time, in that hymn, Vladimir was trying to say that I think that the idea was to for Yama to show the way he shows us the path, and what else could be the path of man other than the continued progress or uh, continuous victories, basically, and never ending victories. So that is what
Hmm.
I was.
Very nice.
Sir, I had a basic question about this. What is red? I didn't. I wanted to understand from you what
Aruna.
red is.
Aruna is not really red. Yes, it's like golden red, if you will. Aruna. There are different shades of red. And if you open the dictionary, it will be very confusing because they will give you all colors, whatever color you found in the texts. And there are so many texts over thousands of years, so they push everything into this. But I believe Aruna is the sun, the major color of the sun, sunset, if you will. Yes, that golden red. But again, there are, and again, we are dealing with this reddish brown. You see, first meaning they give. How do they decide? Ruddy, red, um, morning opposed to the darkness of night. Maybe that transition, the dawn, Arunachala, you remember? Arunachala. With
Just
colors,
a
it's
thought.
always difficult. With colors, I can't really help much. Yes.
Yeah, thought, the word yoke, which figures here, is Sri Aurobindo is very fond of it. And it figures so many times in Savitri. And I was just right now reading that book 11, where there's that beautiful, I think Yeah, it's right here. And lay my splendid yoke upon thy soul.
Yeah,
And then he also says, I yoke thee to my power of work and time. That sounds very similar to what we just read,
yeah,
right? With Usha, with the dawn. Though normally I've seen in Savitri that Shubando uses yoke more as a limiting, uh, like the chains of fate or time, or it's interesting. But then there is also the yoke of the divine, which
yeah.
is very beautiful, right? So it's kind of two, both he presents. Uh, just that thought.
Yes, this idea, my captive grows, you remember?
Yes, yes, yes. That's so beautiful.
This is yoked one, totally.
Forever
Vla-
love, right?
Vladimir,
Yeah.
sorry, Vladimir, I got a distinct feeling that the horse changes from Vaja to Arva as it comes to the Ashwins. From
Um,
Vajinivati, it comes to Arva is probably another name for the horse.
yes,
So
it is the one who is Arvan, but
yeah.
it's different from Arvanj. Yeah. Um, yes, Arvat most probably the running forward, running, hasting. Yes, courser. This is the courser. Maybe there's this sound association also. Arvag Ratham. So not only downward Ratham, but with courses Ratham. Yeah? Rushing forward faster than ever or more swiftly. A good idea. Association of the Arvat with Arvanj. Yeah? So could be both, at least in the Veda, in the Rig Veda, yes.
And this whole thing of dawn seems to be associated with nerves or energy coming into the nerves or through horses, and that seems to be part of the story.
Interestingly, Shri elsewhere says that dawn, when she shines through, she comes to us, she comes to the physical world, not to the vital or mental world. Yeah? It's not in the mind that we have the dawn or in the vital only. She reaches out to the very physicality, to the very earth. And that is her major power because she brings all those powers which can charge our physical consciousness with change, with difference. Arvak, yes.
Because it ties up with what you told us some time ago about rain being given by the sun and being, I forgot the whole story, but something about the sun bringing the rain.
Yes, when the rain falls, um, the
No,
drops
it
of
was
the rain.
from the Upanishads. It was.
Yes,
Uh,
the drops of the rain are charged with the rays of the sun. The drop rains carry the luminosity or the rays of the sun. It's something interesting. The water carries down. This is what you mentioned, or something else.
no, it was I think in Prashna Upanishad, which was dealing with the sun rising and the prana getting energized with the rain. Uh, something.
Yeah, there was a prayer that don't rise with the energy of our own, yes, so to say. But because when sun is rising, he pulls all the rays of the all living beings. So they pray to the sun, please do not rise on our energetic behalf. Leave us be in our own, so to say, field of life. Don't use our energy for your rising. Notice that this vision is so holistic that the sun is actually they see and feel that the sun is a part of our life energy also, yes. And it may be that he will rise with the energy of our life, and it is so, yeah. So they are asking him to spare us and our energies and not take our energies for his universal work, so to say. This is something very interesting. I always thought that I never could crack this idea that he is rising with the energy of the all living beings. And that is vision of a holistic vision that the sun and we are one system and live together, makes sense. If you are referring to that Prashna Upanishad passage.
No, sorry, I've forgotten it, but it's something to do with the sun giving us the rhyme, which is converted into soma by us. I'm very sorry, I've forgotten the exact context, but
Oh, that Soma king is born on the oblation of Shraddha on the fire of highest heaven. Not
something
that.
I'll write it in the WhatsApp when I find it.
Okay, all right. Sorry. Maybe you have some other association with this. Already developed your own vision on this ground. All right. Thank you all. So next time we will take new hymn and continue with Usha. All right. Okay. Thank you all and namaste. See you.